Yo, why are we looking at this? Like, seriously, why are we looking at Brandon and Julia? This girl is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and that is for sure. It just seems like it's so staged to me. So, in last week's episode, Julia was upset because she decided that she wanted to take her life savings. She wanted to take the condo that she has, and she wants to sell it to go on a trip. Now, a lot of people have already said that they have noticed that Julia and Brandon was on vacation. I don't know why we allow ourselves to continue to watch this show where this stuff has already happened, right? So we look at Julia, walk away, and then she's saying that she wants to hear what Brandon has to say, and she decides that she's going to load the van up with her luggage and stuff like that, and she's going to go to New York without Brandon. And so Brandon's mom was like, you know what, let her go. You can stay here with us and clear your head. And I think that that is about the only time that I have respected Brandon's mom and was in total agreement and alignment with her. Let her go. Like, this is, it's just too much drama with Julia all the time. And every time that Brandon wants to talk about the baby, she raises the bar. And I think that that is so unfair. And so Brandon, of course, walks up to Julia and is like, what are you doing? And so Julia's like, we're leaving. I decided we're going to the airport by ourselves. Okay. Brandon said, okay, that's what you want to do. Go ahead and do it. Brandon's dad was like, like this is like on a wow. He even at the Last Supper, he made a decision to go against his wife and basically told, Miss Betty to stand down and shut up, right? And so, the dad is like, and the fact that Julia would just blow up like that is just like, what? I mean, she's just like, I'm out of here. I'm going to New York by myself. He said maybe she needs to do it, to go to New York by herself. Maybe sometime apart will help clarify the situation and their feelings about this. And Brandon's mother was like, I hope so. The original Julia is like, okay, I'll be over here thinking I have enough to deal with right now. Like, what does she have to deal with? Either you're going to have the surgery. Of course, we know she did because she's pregnant, right? Which is why I be wondering why we be looking at this mess. And this is one of the couples that I'm just absolutely not invested in. Now, I know that, Jasmine has already come out and she's been pregnant. She's had the baby and all of that. But with Gino and them, at least it's some things that we did not see, especially like with Uncle Marco. So if you haven't looked at that video that I did on that, please make sure you go back and check that out, right? And so, I mean, she's saying that she's stressed out by Brandon, and she don't understand why Brandon would take his parents' side and not hers. And I understand why he took it, because this is stupid. It's stupid. Her father and her mother already said that, women who live in Russia, right? They always keep a side piece on the side, which is a side apartment. And it's for the just in cases. She says she just don't understand why he's taking his parents' side. And even though I think he's a mama and a daddy's boy, I take Brandon's side on this. The father was like, I thought they had something special, but I guess they don't. And so Brandon was just like, basically, Julia's taking off. She's a hothead. She knows what she wants, and she's not going to take no for an answer. He said, but at the end of the day, I don't think that this is fair. And he says that, she knows that he wants to start a family. That's one of the most important things to him in his life. And then, she just wants to, drop these plans on him, right? These whole new plans on him, and expects for him to just adjust and be okay with it. And I really do believe that it is absolutely unreasonable for Julia to continue to do branding the way that she is doing them. I ain't going to spend much more time on these people, right? We're going to go ahead on and move on. Thank you all so much for being here. Love y'all. Bye.